Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today, thank goodness, college football is somewhat officially back, I guess you could say. I am extremely excited, as you can see from my face. Today, we're going to be doing a little recap of. It's not really week one. Some teams have already played multiple games, but it's week one for the SEC, which is my favorite conference, which has my favorite team. As you might could tell from previous videos, you know who that is. But let's get right into these games from the weekend. Up top, we have, of course, my favorite team, Alabama, played Missouri, won 38-19. This game was not as close as the score indicated. It was like 28-3 at halftime. We looked pretty good. I'd say the offense looked explosive. The defense looked much improved from last year. And I thought just everything overall was better. We made a field goal. It was like 35 yards, but we made it. So I'm happy with that. And Missouri, they'll probably end up like 5-5, something like that, with this 10-game schedule. They'll be decent. Secondly, we got Kansas State upsetting Oklahoma for the second year in a row, by the way. They beat them last year as well. I wasn't surprised at all. I didn't pick Kansas State to win it, but I wasn't shocked at all that they came back and won this. They outscored Oklahoma 17-0 in the fourth. It was a little embarrassing. I didn't watch much of it. I watched like the very end, but Oklahoma's defense is still just abysmal, as is pretty much everybody's in the Big 12. And once again, Choklahoma does what Choklahoma does. Number 4, Georgia at Arkansas. This game was very close. Arkansas was up 7-5 at halftime, which was a little shocking in a way, because Arkansas has been so bad the past couple of years. But Georgia's offense looked really bad. Their defense looked solid. But yeah, it was a lot closer in 37-10. But I mean, Arkansas fans should be pretty happy for keeping it close as long as they did. But yeah, Georgia plays Auburn next week. They might get butt whooped, but we'll see. Florida at Ole Miss. Florida's number 5 in the country. They won 51-35. Ole Miss put up a lot of points, as you can obviously see. Offense looks pretty good. Ole Miss's does. Florida's offense looks good. Neither one of them's defense looks very good. I know Ole Miss's defense is terrible. They've been terrible for many years now on defense. And that's all I have to say about that. Pretty straightforward. Mississippi State at LSU, upsetting number 6 LSU. I kind of called this one. I basically predicted they would beat them, because LSU was just, they're just so depleted compared to last year. Got all these new young players. I mean, Mike Leach at Mississippi State now. With KJ Costello, he had 623 yards and 5 touchdowns. 60 attempts, which is insane. LSU kind of got humbled there. I think they'll get back on their feet and win a few games this year, but they're not going to be near as dominant as they were last year. I think they're already down to like number 20 in the country already from number 6 today, because today's Sunday. But I think they'll be all right. Kentucky at Auburn. Game was pretty close up until the fourth quarter. Auburn pulled away a little bit. Bo Nix looked pretty solid. I think he had, it doesn't say it right here, but he had a good game. I was impressed for the most part with him. He still looks like above average. He's not elite or anything, but maybe he'll get there one day. Kentucky defense looked all right. Offense looked pretty bad. Terry Wilson. The numbers don't do justice to how bad he actually did. So, yeah, Auburn plays Georgia next week, as I already said. That should be a pretty good game. Texas at Texas Tech. Texas Tech pulled the Falcons and blew a lead. They were up 14 with they're up double digits with like 3 or 4 minutes left. And they blew that one, lost it in overtime. 63 of 56 with just one overtime. That is terrible defense. Big 12 game as usual. Vanderbilt at A&M, 5-point win for the Aggies. Not impressed at all. I didn't watch any of this game. I didn't really want to. Doesn't look like it was that entertaining. Kellen Mond did decent. Once again, he's overrated as is A&M. That's all I have to say about that. Florida State. Oh, Florida State. Miami whooped them 52-10. Miami's looking pretty good. I mean, they haven't really beat anybody yet, but I mean, the games that they've played, they've looked pretty good. I'd say Florida State has looked awful. They're 0-2 now. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm sorry for you FSU fans out there. UCF beat East Carolina pretty good. They're a pretty good team. I didn't watch that game. Cincinnati beats Army 24-10. Oklahoma State beats West Virginia 27-13. Tennessee beats South Carolina 31-27. I watched a little bit of this game. South Carolina, their quarterback looks pretty solid, but he made a couple mistakes that kind of costed them. Tennessee looks all right. I think they'll win. They'll probably go like 7-3 or something with this 10-game schedule. But I think both these teams will be decent. BYU beat the living crap out of Troy after both me and Josh predicted Troy to win. I mean, sometimes you just miss. Sorry, Troy. Louisiana beats Georgia Southern by 2. Virginia Tech beats NC State pretty good. Pitt beat Louisville 23-20. And I think that was all for the top 25. Well, I'm just really happy to have college football back. I know the Big Ten and the Pac-12 isn't back yet. They're not going to be back for a while, at least like another month. But SEC football is back, which is very exciting. And yeah, I had a lot of fun yesterday actually watching some good football. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment, share, all that good stuff. I'll hopefully be doing these weekly, maybe every Sunday, maybe every Saturday night. Just hopefully after about every week I'll do a recap, especially if these do well. Just support these and I'll keep doing them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.